All right, so you've got your results, and you've been identified as the advocate, the social impact and policy visionary. So what we're going to do right now is get straight to the heart of what that really means for you and unpack the very specific energetic blueprint that defines how you show up in the world. Let's get into it.
First things first, let's just be really clear about something. This isn't just a career path for you, is it? It's a calling. You are, at a fundamental level, wired to look injustice in the eye, to take on broken structures, and to forge a better path forward. This is who you are. But that brings us to the big paradox, right? The question that I bet has kept you up at night. If this is your deepest purpose, your reason for being here, then why does it so often feel like it's taking every last bit of what you have to give? Why does the fight for everyone else's liberation so often lead to your own exhaustion?
To figure that out, we have to get absolutely crystal clear on your mission. We need to nail down that fundamental why that fuels everything you do. Because you see, hidden inside that why is the source of both your greatest strength and your biggest, most draining challenge.
This right here, this is you, at your core. You're not here to slap a Band-Aid on a problem and call it a day. No, you are here to be a true advocate, a dedicated reformer, and a powerful system changer. You see the world not just as it is, but for what it has the potential to become, and you feel that drive to actually build it.
And what's fueling this mission? It's a really specific cocktail of drives. It's a deep, non-negotiable need for liberation for all people. It's a laser focus on true, lasting, systemic transformation. None of that surface-level stuff. And it's this profound desire to have a generational influence, to create a ripple effect of change that lasts long after you're gone. That combination is exactly what makes you so effective.
Okay, so now let's talk about the problem. We really need to reframe this idea of burnout. It's not a character flaw, it's not a lack of passion, it is something physical and tangible. So let's look at the actual anatomy of your struggle.
So here it is. This is the collision point for every single advocate. You have this deep, unshakable moral conviction inside of you, and it is constantly slamming up against massive, unmoving structural resistance. And that collision, day in and day out, is exactly what makes you so vulnerable to the high emotional and financial costs of this work. It creates this devastating cycle of martyrdom and just running on empty.
Now, this is where it gets really important. Because this conflict isn't just some abstract idea, it creates a physical reality inside your body. We call it an energetic block. And I want to be clear, this is not a metaphor. It is a real physiological constriction where all the stress of the fight, the emotional weight of your mission, it gets stored in your actual physical structure. So your struggle isn't about willpower, it's a problem rooted in your anatomy.
Now, check this out. We can actually map your biggest challenges directly to your bioenergetic system. You know that pattern of martyrdom and financial instability? That feeling of always giving more than you have? That is directly linked to a weakness in what we call the foundational stability axis. This is the system that governs your security, your resources, your actual life force. When it's weak, you end up undercharging, struggling with funding, and feeling like you have to sacrifice your own safety for the cause. And what about that tendency toward collapsing boundaries and total burnout? That points to a weakness in the Coherence and Trust Center. When that center is compromised, you end up absorbing the trauma of the very system you're trying to fix. It's why you feel everything so deeply and end the day feeling completely wiped out.
So we've just diagnosed the root cause, which is huge. Now let's look at how this actually shows up in your life, creating that painful, exhausting cycle of depletion that you probably know all too well.
I mean, look at this list. This is how that energetic block plays out in the real world. It's taking on the trauma of the system like it's your own personal burden. It's the chronic undercharging, the endless fight for funding, all driven by this subconscious belief that your work has to be a sacrifice. It's putting your own financial and emotional security dead last, which of course leads to that bone-deep exhaustion and burnout that just feels impossible to escape. Ringing any bells?
I mean, this is the whole point. This is why trying to think positive or just hustle harder or read another self-help book will never, ever be a permanent fix for you. You know, it's like trying to fix a crack in your house's foundation with a fresh coat of paint. It's pointless. You cannot mindset your way out of a problem that is physically anchored in your body.
Okay, so you've got your diagnosis. You understand the what and the why behind your struggle. But this brings us to the most critical part of this whole conversation, the giant piece of the puzzle that's still missing.
I really want you to hear this. Knowing that you are the advocate is powerful, it's validating, it's essential. But a general synopsis is not a strategy. Just knowing the name of the problem is not the same thing as having the specific, personalized key to actually unlock it.
Think of it like this. Everything we've covered so far, your core archetype, your why, that's about 20% of your total energetic map. It's the starting point. It's a critical 20%, but it's still just the beginning.
Because the other 80%, well, that's where your how is. It's the detailed, custom instruction manual for how you specifically can break this cycle and build your vision in a way that actually sustains you. That whole part of the map, it's still completely locked away.
And here's why that matters so much. You're not just one single archetype. Your full energetic frequency blend is a unique mix of other influential frequencies that are running in the background right now. So the really urgent question is, what if your main mission as the advocate is being actively undermined by these hidden parts of your own code?
I mean, think about it. Is your powerful advocate core being secretly weakened by an undiscovered translator frequency that gets you stuck in analysis paralysis, just researching forever instead of taking action? Or maybe there's a hidden artist frequency that makes you so emotionally open that your boundaries just evaporate in the face of systemic trauma. Without knowing your full blend, you're flying blind. You could be fighting against your own internal wiring without even realizing it.
So what do we do about it? How do we fix this? The way forward is not about working harder. It's about working smarter, with precision. It's about unlocking your full code so you can build what we call your embodied authority.
Look, to break this cycle for good, the only logical next step is to unlock your complete bioenergetic blueprint. The full diagnostic package is the one and only way to get access to that missing 80% and finally see the whole picture of how you're designed to operate.
Hiding in that missing 80% are your personal keys. First, you get your operating frequency, your unique how for processing energy and building systems that support you instead of draining you. And second, you get your signature energetic pattern, the exact code you need to release the chronic tension that's physically holding you back. This is the anatomical intelligence you've been missing.
And from here, the path is actually really straightforward. Step 1, you unlock your full diagnostic to get your complete map. Step 2, you use that map to gain your specific anatomical intelligence. And Step 3, you apply that knowledge to build your embodied authority so you can finally lead from a place of sustainable power, not constant depletion.
This entire framework, the Bioenergetic Blueprint, is a system developed by its founder, Charita Ra'él, and it was designed for one single purpose: to help visionary leaders just like you build their brilliance without the burnout, so you can leave a legacy that comes from a place of genuine wholeness, not just relentless hustle.
So really, the final question is for you. Are you ready to stop sacrificing yourself for the mission and start resourcing yourself so you can sustain it for generations? Are you ready to evolve from being just an advocate to becoming a truly sovereign system shifter? If that's a yes, then it is time to unlock your full code. It's time to build your brilliance without the burnout.